I always love to dive in and ask, what are your favorite self-care practices that you do daily, weekly, or even monthly?
Ooh, okay. So every single day, I cannot skip this. I start with pulling some oracle cards, tarot cards, kind of getting a lay of the land for the day. Then I'll go and I'll do breath work for 20 minutes. I have a playlist that I just hit shuffle and I put an eye mask on and headphones and I just go into my own world and breathe. And then after that, I will go into meditation and I'll choose like a guided meditation that just kind of jumps out at me. So every morning I start that practice, that ritual. And something else that I love is just taking salt baths, just a simple spiritual bath, cleansing salt bath, and just letting the water take whatever's ready for me to release.
I love all that. I would love to know more about your breath work. Do you have a specific technique that you do?
I do, yeah. The type of breath work that I do, I learned through pause breath work. And it's the style which is created by pause. They call it meditative breath work. And what that means is it's more of a meditative experience where you're meant to lay down, you're meant to immerse yourself in it, and you're meant to do a deeper breath pattern, a continuous deep breath pattern. And with that continuous deep breath pattern, it activates parts of your brain and your emotional body and helps you clear stagnant and stuck energy. So for me, breathwork is like a daily energy reset where often I am crying just as soon as I start the breath, tears start flowing and I feel so cleansed and purified after.
So that was the first time I really got into breath work. I have apps that I've used, but I've never actually been in a place where like they're teaching you and we went through all the different steps. One thing that I found is I do better in my daily life when I'm grounded. And breath work has been by far the most helpful practice. I just want to tell anyone listening, I hear a lot of excuses for people that they don't have time, and even if you were to spend 1 minute focusing on your breath is more powerful than not, like scrolling or like binging on TV. So for anyone that feels like they can't meditate, breath work, I feel like is a beautiful practice. So I'm so happy you brought that up.
Yeah. And I feel like I get a lot of resistance about it being hard or people being bored, kind of like to your point. To those people, I would just want to say it's the things that we resist the most that we often need the most. So it's worth pushing past that resistance. There's a lesson in that resistance.
I've also had people tell me that the hardest thing for you to do is ultimately like what your soul is here to do. Like you have to break through that difficulty. And do you have any take on that at all with a lot of what you do?
Yes, I do. Yes, that's a very, very good point. And exactly what I'm going through at this moment. That's why I'm laughing because I'm like, yes, I see that being true. And I guess the example that I'll give is my core wound is around love and learning how to give and receive love. Many people would believe that naturally as children, we come into the world knowing how to give and receive love, which I think is true. But if you have experiences in your childhood, as I did, that taught you that it's not okay or unsafe to give and receive love, then you forget and you find yourself at 34 years old, like me, learning how to love and receive and give love, feeling like it's the first time. So it's really hard. It's really challenging, but that's what my soul came here to do, to learn that and to teach that. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do we give ourselves so many lessons? Welcome to Floductivity, the channel that guides you on a transformative journey towards spiritual wisdom, self-development, and healing practices, all aimed at elevating your intuition and aligning you with your soul's purpose. I'm your host, Kara Dempsey, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me today as we learn together.